Welcome, dear friends. Here we are with another study of the Spiritist magazine. Welcome, Shane Martin. I'm from the Spiritist Society of Richmond in Richmond, Virginia, and I'm here with our Spiritist magazine program at Kardec Radio. Every week at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have the pleasure and the privilege of studying one of the articles of the Spiritist magazine. Happy New Year! New year, new us, many different topics for us to learn and study and apply to our daily lives. That's the whole goal, is for us to know more about different topics under the lens of Spiritism, and also for us to find ways to interact with the content in a way that brings value and brings joy and brings action into our daily lives, right? The goal is progress. And many of us in the new year, we make resolutions, we make plans, things we want to do, things we want to stop doing. And many of the things we plan about also have to do with our financial situation on earth. We have the use of currency for us to interact with one another, for the exchange of goods and distribution of different assets, so on and so forth. So today we have a most special issue, which is the newest issue of the Spiritist magazine, published on January 1st. And the article, I'm going to put it here, is called The Prayer of Money by the Spirit Meimei, through the medium Francisco Candido. Xavier. So it's always an honor and a pleasure to be here with you. And as a reminder, you can visit spiritistmagazine.org. And I'm going to share my screen with you. And if you visit spiritistmagazine.org, you'll be able to find the newest issue of the Spiritist magazine. On the homepage of the magazine, you go to PDF download, you can contact the team, you can have the apps in Google Store for you to download the app of the Spiritist magazine, the link to the Facebook page of the magazine, and also donate button. We have the newest release. I go to PDF download, this issue 68, and then the PDF downloads into your computer, and you can read it using the PDF reader on your computer. In this case, I am going to switch to the actual PDF on the computer because I have downloaded the PDF for you, for us to share. We always want to do this live so that we can together show to you how simple it is to get a hold of and enjoy the contents of the Spiritist magazine, so that you can use it on your home, you can use it on your tablets, you can use it on your computers, you can use it at your Spiritist centers, you can download the app and be waiting for your coffee in line, or be in line at the grocery store and have access to the beautiful teachings instead of scrolling and looking at different types of content. Here you have the Prayer of Money is on page 24 of the newest issue of the magazine. You can see if you're watching this on the video, scrolling up and down. I'm going to remove the sidebar so we have a little bit more space. The messages from the Spirit Meimei through Francisco Candido Xavier. Remember, this is money, the way we have currency on this earth. Is the prayer of money. So what do we do with money? How are we going to use the money? How is money relating to my life? How is money? So many questions, right? How can I use money to progress individually, collectively, what kind of good can money bring to us? Because if money was not good, God wouldn't be allowed it, right? There's a reason why God allows us to have the systems we have in order to relate to one another in a societal level. So let's meditate. What is money for me? How do I relate with money? Right? People think it's spiritist. We only talk about spiritual stuff. But my relationship with the physical world, right? I cannot buy my space in a spiritual colony. But perhaps I can use the money I have in the physical realm to do the good that will create the partnerships, relationships, and credits based on my good deeds that will take me to a good spiritual colony, right? It's not a quid pro quo. It's not you give money, you get a space in our solar. Right? When we are past that phase in religion where we were buying parcels in heaven. But we have to think about, how do I relate to money? How do I relate to my career? How do I relate to family? How do I relate to my community, to my car, to my clothes? Because ultimately, this physical experience of our spiritual beings in the earth can be facilitated by the accumulation of some resources, but to what extent accumulation is too much or too little, right? There's folks on the earth who don't have hundreds of what I have or what you have here in the US if you're based in the US and abroad. And then we have to think about, if God gave me all those resources, how am I using it? Also thinking about, how do I relate to money? If I were to discarnate today, am I going to be finding myself in the spiritual realm looking for my coffers and seeing everything is gold and not able to truly have developed the many spiritual gifts, spiritual abilities that you and I came here to develop on this reincarnation? So let's go back to Meimei. Please share, please like, subscribe, follow, so more people can find these teachings as well. Many folks are living in the US and abroad, and they don't know where their Spiritist center is. They don't know there is a radio free of charge. There's Spiritist magazine, so let's share. Lord, in the concert of forces that wish to honor you, I am also your servant. That's money, right? Since it's a money prayer by money. Since you have attributed to me the duty of rewarding the sweat and sustaining the good as a neutral resource of acquisition, I walk among the creatures, frequently in a captive regime. So what is money for? Money rewards the sweat, the labor that we put into a workplace, a profession, right? We receive money and we exchange those monies for things and sustaining the good. Money is neutral. We can do the good with money, or we can do evil with money, meaning not good. Many of them, this is us, enslave me, enslave money, so that I buy them illusions and lies, pleasures and conscience. We have so many people on the earth now buying their way into everything. Money can bring us illusions, lies, pleasures, and conscience. Many people who are very wealthy do very good to the world. They have foundations, they help cure diseases, they donate money, so on and so forth. And there's people who have a lot of money who do none of that and only accumulates. So that's when we are living this illusion that money is important in this lifetime. Of course, money is important. And money is not everything. Money is a tool. I see with more clearness my own task. Every time that I hear somebody crying on the way, however, I'm usually imprisoned. Right? How many times have we passed by someone in need and we were unable to extend a hand? A lot of us nowadays are truly focused on our phones to care about anything else around us, which is a shame. right? We're in prison because we're in the attention economy. Then perhaps someone in your circle needs the money, needs the resource, and we've imprisoned it. So money, it could do the good, but it's been confined. Master, what have I done to live imprisoned in the shady enclosure of the safe, as if I were an important corpse in the locked coffin of inertia? So what is it about us that we like to collect? And it's inertia. Ultimately, if water doesn't flow, if air doesn't flow, if we don't keep moving, we perish. Things happen to it. Teach those that keep me without advantage, that I'm the blood of work in progress, of charity in the culture, and help them to set me free. So, what is money? And through Meimei, right? Meimei is bringing us this beautiful prayer that if you had a wallet, nowadays we have digital wallets, but in the past I had physical wallets. I still have mine in my bag up there. Then you have this physical resource that you exchange for things, and so much good can be done by the money we have, the extra money we have, right? Many of us have a lot. It can be work, it can do progress, it can buy you books, it can buy you Spiritist books, it can allow you to buy food and give it to the hungry, it can buy you time, it can buy you a vehicle. So, for example, this weekend we're going to volunteer at the food bank. Myself and the group at the Spirit Society of Richmond, we all have cars. Cars came from our work, our money. We have an asset, right? It's not really an asset. It's an appliance that takes you from A to B, and then it will take us there so we can serve those in our community who are in need. And we want to set money free. We want to allow money to come to us through our work, but also put it to work in the community. Tell them, oh, sorry, almost all of them try to be with me through the prayer in the temples that they attend. So we go to the church, to the Spiritist Center, we bargain with God. We say, oh God, if you give me money, if I win the lottery, I'll do the X, Y, and Z, right? Everybody in the world wants to have. Very few of us don't, if we're being very honest, because we know money brings us what? Comfort. We buy us things like heat. Where I am right now in Virginia, in Richmond, Virginia, which is the capital of Virginia, we have 20 degrees, 20 Fahrenheit overnight, which is way below freezing point. I am able to pay the utility bill to have heat. Some others have less resources. The city of Richmond right now, because of the storm that some of us experienced in the East Coast throughout the US in this past 2 days, the water pump, the water treatment plant stopped working. So we can use money to buy bottled water for those who are in need. The city is using the resources, including the revenue from taxes, to fix the plant so that we can. So the city of Richmond residents can have potable water, because right now the water is contaminated. We have to boil it. So money can bring comfort. Not having to boil water and just opening the faucet for drinkable potable water is a blessing of the good spirits that bring us sanitation, that bring us the engineers, that bring us the science to clean the water and put the fluoride in and help us with cavities, right? So progress can be made. But we all want money, because we are still very physical. Money brings us physical things, comfort. Of course, we all have. It would be wonderful to be in a place like No Solar where nobody's homeless, nobody gets a bill from the insurance company, right? When André Luiz received care, nobody handed him a bill. He wasn't homeless. He had a place to live. Everybody worked. People have their clothes, right? So it's a system where there was more equity amongst the inhabitants. We didn't have the governors flaunting their wealth and the other ones working for them. The system, the government took care of the resources, the water and the food, the nourishment and the clothing and the building. So it's a more equitable place to be, but we're far on the earth. How wonderful would it be one day once we go to regeneration and then joyful and then divine world where everyone has a home. There's no wars because there's no evil, there's only good. Everybody has potable water. Everybody has a home. We have heat. We have air conditioning. Maybe we have a planet with less variation, so we will need a more pleasant temperature. Everybody has clothing. Everybody has food. Everybody has transportation. Imagine, right? Imagine how it would be. So let's use the resources that we have in pro of everyone, not just ourselves. Tell them that's us, money asking God to tell us in the prayer that I'm the hope of the home without fire. We just talked about heat in the winter. Speak to them that I can be the comfort of the forgotten mothers. How many single parents could use the help? The support of the companions falling in probation, those who need mental health services, addiction services, who are in prisons and need to learn a new skill to be able to reintegrate into society. The support the companions following probation, to the milk to the toddlers with the tormented stomach, those who are hungry around the world. The medicine to the patient, and the sheet generous and clean to the ones that approach the grave, those in hospitals, those in nursing homes, those dying at home, so on and so forth. One day, somebody presented you a humble coin destined to the public tax in the desire of your answer, and you recommended that it should be given to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. Right? She's making reference to the story of Jesus in the Gospels. Nonetheless, many did not notice that you reported to the tribute and not to me. And judging that your word condemned me, they threw me to contempt. Do not ignore me, though, that I was born to do the best, both dressed in gold or in a simple paper, Master, that I also belong to God. Now, let me take a look here behind me real quick. Yeah, so we do have a book, a Spiritist book. It's not here behind me. It's in my office at home. It's called Money, translated by our wonderful editor-in-chief, Vanessa Anceloni, published. It's a tiny little pocket book in the same size as the book Happy Life by Joanna De Angelis. And in that book, Emmanuel brings us many, many messages about the power of money. So money is powerful because it can bring comfort to those who are in need in whatever way the need is. From the book, this is the prayer of money. The message is from Meimei. The book is Spiritist Ideal by several spirit authors from Francisco Candido Xavier, and this is chapter 45. Vanessa Anceloni has a study session on the book and the podcast version at the Kardec Radio SoundCloud. So, dear friends, I hope that in this new year, whatever resolution you have, they all involve some type of resource. So let's pray that the money that we have in our digital wallets, in our credit cards, in our debit cards, in our bank accounts can stay there, but every now and then we can release it very often to help all of those who are around us who are in need. We work hard, we study, we progress, we earn, and then we do the good. We visualize the good, we mold the good. That means I'm looking around for peoples, for situations, and how can I spread out the resources in a way that benefits everyone, not just myself, my family, right? We don't want to be selfish and materialistic. We are here to do the good in the community that God granted you the opportunity of being in. Dear friends, I wish you a wonderful week reflecting about your relationship with money and the reflection of how money can be a tool for improvement all over our lives. Dear friends, I hope that you will visit spiritistmagazine.org. Then you download the newest issue of the Spiritist magazine, the app, the download the PDF version. That if you'd like to contribute, you can write to spiritistmagazine@gmail.com to talk to the editor-in-chief about what kind of resources you have that can contribute it. And between now and next week, God willing, I'll be back with you with another study of the Spiritist magazine. Stay well, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.